According to a report by Human Rights Watch, Canada's Tamil population of about 250,000 is being pressured by bagmen to borrow money, remortgage their homes, or even skip meals to help fund the fight for a separate Tamil state. Our next guest is a Toronto resident who says he was a victim of intimidation and extortion at the hands of a group trying to raise funds for the separatist movement. Namu Ponn. Yes. I'm very sorry, joins me right now. Thank you very much for coming in.
Hi, good morning, James.
Tell me, you have suffered intimidation, as you say, and attempts at extortion. Why are you able to come forward now on national television and speak?
Okay, let me introduce myself to you. First of all, apart from my individual exposure, I am involved with the Canadian Democratic League, a human rights organization that's mainly working with the Tamil population here in Canada. And our main focus is the human rights abuses over in Sri Lanka done by the Sri Lankan government or their military aspirators, as well as the militant groups, including the LTTE. So now we have been very low profile in terms of our work because we were basically doing lobbying work within the Canadian government.
But now you're high profile.
We are coming out now. Mainly, I am, coming out myself because I have been victimized by this, and plus, this is the only way to safeguard my family, myself. I have to expose myself.
Now, many people aren't, not completely familiar with the groups that are involved or whatever. What they may be able to relate to, though, is intimidation. And what happened? I mean, you basically got a knock on your door one day, as I
yes, about I would say about 4 months, roughly 4 months before. Somebody knocked at my door and demanded money, and they said, they are collecting money for the movement. Movement in the sense we knew that back home the Liberation Tigers, Tamilam, are fighting a war against the Sri Lankan government. They have, it's a common knowledge within the community now in Canada that their fundraising efforts are going on. So that's the first time they knock at my door when I moved to this house. So I refused to pay them.
How much money do they want?
2,500.
2,500. Okay.
Yes, please. When I refused to pay them, they said, we'll look after you.
We'll look after you.
Look after you. Meaning, and also they told me afterwards, you better careful when you come back home, we'll see how you're going to go back.
And you have 3 children?
I have 3 girls, yes.
Did you go to the police?
Well, I was trying to contact the law enforcement agencies. At the time, they said they can only arrest people.
I want to get a reaction from the Canadian Tamil Congress. Now, this is based on this report. They have issued a statement, and then I want you to respond to their response. They've said, this report makes me sick. Human Rights Watch has its facts wrong, that there is no extortion. Some coming out and saying they've never suffered from it, nor have they ever heard of it within the community. What do you say to that? Okay,
I don't want to say anything against them because as a Tamil, I feel the same grievances. Like Tamils have been affected back in home. So we are also lobbying for the Tamils' right within the island of Sri Lanka. We are more federalist and we want to free the Tamils.
Right.
So at the same time, we are very critical about the extortion going on. I know the Tamil Congress might deny that.
Do you know other people who have suffered as you have?
Yes, there are so many people and they have informed the police, I believe, and they don't want to come to the media because of their, concern about their own safety.
Are you concerned now? Are you any more concerned than you were before you came on this show?
Well, I am really concerned, but I am in Canada, and I hope the Canadian authorities will do everything to safeguard me and safeguard my family.
Okay, thank you.
And also, I would like to reiterate, the Canadian Tamil Congress might deny that. I have no second word about it. Mm-hmm. Let me bring you 2 interesting comments.
We're very short on time, though.
Okay.
Very short. Yeah,
give me a second. The Toronto Star actually published a report. On the report, one of the director of Urban Alliance on Race Relations, Mr. Sriskand Raja, and Tamilam Society activists said there are few instances of extortion happening within the Tamil community. He accepts the fact. And in the same token, the Tamil Selvan, the LTTE political wing leader, has denied the LTTE is collecting money in Canada. So that means where the money is going and why they are collecting, who are collecting. So that's our concern, and we don't want anybody to come and knock at the people's door asking for money. During the tsunami period, people line up in the offices of the associations and the offices of the local radio station to donate money. So if they are really a patriotic liberation movement, people have to go to the offices and donate money. Don't come to our door and knock at us and ask or demand money from the people. That's what we are actually complaining about.
And we will continue to follow this story. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Very much for coming.
Thank you. And I'd like to thank the Canadian public for giving us the opportunity to raise this issue in a public forum. Thank you very much.
We'll be right back.